So I've been learning the SP404 MK2. I've had it for a month now, I guess. And I've been just trying to figure it out. And I think I have like a little bit of a workflow down on how I like to use it. I'm making like beats, like lo-fi, hip-hop kind of beats, and house, techno, deep house kind of stuff with it as well. And yeah, I bought it used. I'm in Canada, so I bought it for $500. I don't know if that was, I think it's an okay deal. But the only thing that so far I found wrong with it, which I just found out right now, was when I went into the line out, it was like giving me a weird, like, even if I switched the cables, the 1/4 inch, I would have like one, the stereo image would be like either the left was too low or the right was too low, depending on if I switched it. So I think one of the outputs are faulty on it, but the workaround is I just plug it into the stereo headphone jack and it works. I just wanted to make a quick beat on the SP404 MK2, and yeah, I'm still fairly new at it, so the way that I make beats on it might not be your workflow, but it's definitely a workflow, I guess. It's definitely different than the P6, but I definitely got used to it. There is some annoying things, to be honest, but I still like it. This is not a review. This is just me making a beat from scratch. There's some kicks here, so I kind of like that one. Actually, I'm going to change it. That one's not bad either. Yeah, let's overwrite. That's, yeah. I feel like I've used that sample probably, but whatever. I'll chop it to one kick later because there's like 2 kicks going back to back. But I'm just going to go into the interesting drum. I have like a bunch of samples. Yeah, let's choose this. I'm not gonna overthink too much. I like this. Yeah, that's nice. There's just a bunch of random samples in here. I've already used that. Let's go down a little bit. I'm looking for a bass kind of sound. For like bass line, kind of. I kind of like that as a percussion element. I guess I could try to use this one. I think that's all for drums. I'm sure there's a faster way to get out. I could probably just exit, yeah, and then go back into samples. Yeah, that works too. So I could just use one more like tom sound, I guess. Yeah, let's use this. And then now the question is, do I want to use a sample and chop it up? Which I think I might do that. So I'm going to go into my, I have some sample packs out. You can check my website out. And yeah, I have like some samples that I have made. So I think I'm going to use this one actually. So yeah, let's chop this one up. It's kind of like a guitar kind of sample that I made using FL Studio and some plugins. No real guitar, but like some plugin guitar stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna just chop this up and go from there. I'm gonna get out of this. Okay, so let's quickly edit this out. I don't have to go that close. Truncate. So I'm gonna go to pattern select, record. I have it at 126. That's what I want to keep it at. Let's make it a 8-bar loop, 100%. Record. Now, one thing that annoys me, and I don't know how to like get around this, is when I press record, it takes me to A, bank A. And I don't want to be in that. I want to stay in the bank that I was loading my samples in. If anybody knows, please comment below. Let me know. I don't know how to do that. Out of that first, and actually I'll go back. Let's turn down some of this element. I like how I can go back, and even though you're technically working with audio, you can still go back and adjust sounds while creating a beat, so that's cool. it might sound a little too raw. And what I find about using the Roland SP404 Mark II is I don't really mix that much other than just volume mix. I don't really EQ that much unless it's like very like bassy frequencies happening on some of the samples, whereas like on the circuit rhythm, for example, I'll just like EQ like using the filters and stuff really quickly and make decisions from there. But like when I'm just like on the SP404, I just straight up keep it raw. Sometimes I don't even put any effects on it. As you can see, I already made like a drum loop without even processing anything, because I would have to go and like resample, which is cool too, but it sometimes hinders the creative process, in my opinion. Sometimes it's worth it and sometimes it's not. So I'm gonna go and chop this up. Let's go to Shift, Chop. So I kind of missed a few spots, but okay. Okay, so let's adjust this. I like that. Yeah, I keep it simple. Sometimes I auto chop using the auto chop feature, but in this case I just wanted to, or auto mark or whatever, but I just wanted to do it myself. Sometimes it doesn't catch what I like, so I'll do assign to pad. Let's do, and that's it. Enter chops. And while that's working, I'll just wait, I guess. Yeah, so how are you today? Come on. There we go. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I like to put my samples in a different bus effect. That way, it like, I don't affect it. I'll keep that separate. And also it's just easier for me to distinguish between, okay, the green color is my samples, yellow or orange or whatever color, those are my drums, and it's nice and simple that way. So I'm gonna take gate off of all of these because I'm gonna put them in their own choke group. And how do I do that again? I know how to do that. It's shift mute groups. So there we go. Cool. Now let's play back the drums. Don't mind waiting, it's all good. that's cool. Another thing that I would do at this point is I would isolate the sample and resample it. That way I can free up some space, and that's very simple to do actually. For me, this is how I would do it. So I would go here to the pattern select, resample, and I would go to J, choose one, and then and I don't care about it looping. I'll just let it play out, because I'm gonna just trigger it once and then it will, and then that's it. So kind of like I'm looping it, but like, and now also I'll take that off of gate. I'll go back to E. I'll delete all of these chops. Bye bye chops. And let's copy paste this. Copy to here. That did not work. Copy. Why doesn't it let me? Okay, so copy. There we go. Let's delete this one. Now, when I go back to here, I don't know what happened there. Maybe it's the start time. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I don't. Okay. I'm gonna just delete this and try that again. Okay. So I'm gonna wait for it to go back to the beginning. And I'll trigger my sample. Hopefully this time it works. There we go. Yeah, that works. Go back to remain. Oops. I think I can. I don't know if I can do it while it's playing, so I'll just do it like that. Okay. Now. There we go. Did I just record? Damn. I might have to, yeah. I don't know when I pressed that. I guess it must have still been recording. I think it's good now. There we go. That's kind of what I mean about the SP404 being like, I'm not used to the workflow, so I'm just like, might hit something accidentally and record something in without realizing it. But overall, I think it's a really cool device. It's like pretty portable. It feels like fun and tactile to use, just like other groove boxes, but this kind of makes you think before you do stuff. So I have to like make dedicated decisions like, okay, I'm gonna lock this in, and especially when you're resampling, because you can't just like take samples off and then it's not like you're working with MIDI, whereas like on an MPC you could just like straight up like put EQs and reverbs, delays, effects on like individual sounds, and it's just so advanced. Where on the 404 you can't just like individually always affect stuff. I mean, you can, but like you have to dedicate it to like you have to print it onto like audio. So like and I think that's cool because it forces you to work in a way where you have to commit to a certain to the track that you're making, and it's more straightforward in the sense it's like, okay, like this is what I'm gonna work on, and this is what I'm going to commit to, and that's it. It is what it is, and I think that's a good workflow if you just want to like make like decisions fast without having to think too much or hard or having too many options. It's like limiting you to the point where you're like, okay, this is what I got to do to make a beat, and that's it. And I think, yeah, it's fun to make beats on. I could probably speed up the process a little bit more, but I mean, I've only had it for a month, so I'm still kind of like on the learning curve of it. But yeah, if you like this video, please like, comment, and let me know what you think. It's honestly, I'm still fairly new to this, so any feedback is more than welcome. One thing that I will say that kind of is like disappointing and would be cool is, I know there's a workaround to this, but if there was some kind of a side chain for like the kick and the bass, for example, it would have been awesome to see that. I know that there are certain workarounds that I can do, but it's just like I don't want to. Like my workaround is I'll just adjust the volume on the bass, and it is what it is. And I haven't played this with this live yet, but I have played with the P6 live, and it sounded pretty good. And there's not really any sidechain on that, so it doesn't really bother me. But it would have been cool for Roland to do something like that. But anyways, I'm blabbing off, so peace out. Catch you in the next one.